Alright, we're out here for the final installment of, I guess, the whole Breaking Bad slash Better Call Saul, video series on my channel. I did like a couple of videos discussing, the shows themselves, and also I did a Breaking Bad character tier list. Now we're gonna wrap it all up because I recently finished Better Call Saul, and today we're gonna be doing a Better Call Saul character tier list. Now there is a little bit of overlap, of course, but I mean they have very different roles in Better Call Saul and Breaking Bad. So we're gonna go in it. No, not trying to colorate too much with Breaking Bad, but either way, this tier list should have like about every single character. I don't know if there's any important ones missing. This is not mine. I just got it off a random guy here, but one person that I do find missing already is Irene, which was a very important member. Also, I'm gonna just change all this. I don't know the random bullshit. C, D, and E. I don't know all this fucking bullshit. Right? That's better. But yeah, Irene is missing here. I guess the creator forgot because they do have a different old lady. And yeah, anyways, if I were to rank Irene, all right, I would put her in S because she's a very good character. But either way, we're gonna continue now with the list. What we do have here. And yeah, let's just get started, I guess. So first of all, we have this woman here. As I said, this one goes kind of in depth. She's not really that big of a character at all, but she is still in here. So this is the woman that Michael's actually talking to for like a couple episodes, and pretty sure her husband died on like a hike. I'm not quite sure. Either way, she was pretty nice. I put her in B. She wasn't that big of a role and not that important. Now this guy right here, right? This guy, D, right? I don't care about him. He's weird. He's literally weird. He has a weird haircut, and he doesn't really play a big role. He's just there, and that's basically it. I did find him really funny in the hospital scene though with Hector, when they had to talk to him. That was really funny. Either way, we now have this guy right here, Easy S tier, right? Easy. This guy's a legend. Pretty sure he even helped Saul whenever Saul like this was like Saul's assistant whenever he worked at the. Also, let me move my fucking camera real quick. My bad for that. You couldn't even see me put that guy in D. Anyways, this guy was Saul's assistant when he worked at that one place, Davis and Maine, right? I think it was Davis and Maine. And yeah, so he was his assistant, and he was just a very nice guy. And even when Saul did eventually, quit there, he did still continue to, help him with moving his stuff and stuff. So he's just a nice guy all throughout. Now we have Chuck, very tragic character, but of course easy S tier as well. I mean, come on, we just have four S's right here. I mean, no fucking doubt about it. I mean, these four guys here are legends. I mean, just look at their fucking images. They're cool as hell, man. I mean, Chuck, of course, very tragic. Very mentally ill. Sadly, killed himself in a fucking fire. It was kind of wild. And yeah, it was just a very tragic story, man. And I wish he was still alive. I wonder what he would think of Better Call Saul. He would probably hate it so much. Either way, rest in peace to Chuck. Now, of course, Gus. Uh, Really, this whole series gave me a whole new perspective of certain characters, especially Gus, because I mean, uh, in Breaking Bad, we don't really know how it all started, right? We just have Walt and he's cooking for like this drug boss, which is Gus. We really see like the build up here to all this stuff. Of course, we saw that one flashback in Breaking Bad of when his friend got killed, his business partner, by Hector, and I guess that's what he eventually got revenge for. But we didn't really see much else aside from that. So we really do see him build that business and take revenge on the cartel slowly throughout this whole series. So I thought it was very interesting, new perspective on that. Now Howard Hamlin, a complete new character, as well as Nacho. Now it's kind of awkward because the first time Nacho appeared, right? I mean, he was part of Tuco's crew, and I was like, well, where is he in Breaking Bad, right? So it can't end well for him. But of course, near the end, there was like two options for him: either he managed to escape safely, or he just died. And it was sadly the latter. I really wish he could have stayed alive, but at least his father was safe, I guess. But yeah, he did really play a very strong character. Shout out to Nacho, man. I wish he was still alive. Probably my favorite out of that whole crew. And Howard, yeah, he's kind of a weird guy, but I can't deny his character. He should obviously be an S tier. Although maybe I don't like his character all that much. I have some I don't know. It's just not, sometimes he can be annoying, but I still can't deny that he's just an S tier. Especially how that all panned out in the final season with the cocaine addiction. It's just hilarious, man. He was the perfect guy to do that too. But rest in peace, of course. Now we have this crazy ass bitch from the, I don't even know what they're called anymore, the family, but that was the family that stole like a bunch of money. We even have the man himself here, also somewhere. Forgot where he is, but the man is here too, somewhere hiding. But yeah, so this woman. Oh, wait, there's the man. There's the man. We might as well put them together, right? They're pretty crazy couple. I mean, the guy is pretty smart, but the woman is insane. Like even when Saul tries to like rehire them, sort of like they saw one of them to rehire him again for something, and the woman was really not into it, but the man was kind of like, yeah, come on, we can try this. Either way, I put him in B as well. Just they're pretty cool, but not the biggest fan. Yule obviously S tier. I mean, Yule is a legend, man. And that whole thing when he got in jail, and like they had to like fake a lot of shit, like the whole fake hero story. That was absolutely genius. I fucking love that shit. And of course he's in Breaking Bad as well. As a very cool figure. And I think it's cool how we actually, saw how he got introduced, right? Because there's also the other guy that Yule worked with in Breaking Bad. Whenever they like were with the money and stuff, that we didn't see again introduced here at all. So I wonder how Saul knew him. But either way, Yule, of course, a very good entrance as well with the whole Chuck situation. That was like the perfect entrance for Yule because of course Yule has always been a beloved character of Breaking Bad, and he just came in wonderfully right there. Now we have the cousins, of course, S tier as well for them. Um, Very interesting characters. We still haven't said a lot, but they definitely done a lot more here than in Breaking Bad. This is way more about the Salamancas as well. It's their whole story. So yeah, shout out to them. And this guy is a legend. I really like his appearance in the final episode. Like I really like that he came back, and of course, kind of after Saul got arrested, he kind of took his place. I feel like I don't know. It's kind of like the new Saul, I guess. But shout, I really like him. It's his whole scenes in like the courtroom as well, the courthouse, I think you call it, like where they when Jimmy was still Jimmy McGill, and they were friends, I guess, lawyer friends. I think this guy's a really cool character. Now we have Bolsa, João Bolsa. I probably said that very wrong. A very important character as well. Throw him at S2. Yeah, shout out to Bolsa, man. He's of course. I mean, I'm not really sure of his position, but I think it's like you have Eladio and then Bolsa and then Gus underneath that. I'm not sure what he did to get there, and that's also what I've been saying about Eladio. Like, I don't know what the fuck that guy did to get in charge like that because he does nothing. He sits on his ass all day in his fucking backyard, but next to his pool, and everyone is just fucking making tons of meth for him. Like it's kind of weird, but either way, I guess Bolsa is kind of like a pretty decent middleman. He always makes them phone calls and stuff. He's pretty important in the business, so I respect that. Now we have this man, obviously fucking S. I mean, come on, this guy is the fucking veterinarian, or just the vet for short, I guess. He had the connections, man. Like the vacuum cleaner guy, they got him from him. This guy is very important to the lore, and he's pretty underrated. I feel like. Shout out to this man. And eventually he did stray away from the business, and he had that book, right? And I guess that he ended up giving it to Saul. I'm not even sure because of course Saul did eventually know that vacuum cleaner guy. So I'm going to assume that maybe he somehow got a hold of the book. Not sure, but I mean this guy's really cool. Shout out to him. Now we have Clifford Main. Yeah, obviously S tier, man. This guy is a fucking genius. Like this character is so. It's just he's way too nice, right? The way that he handled Jimmy in office when he worked for him, absolutely genius. And also I really like how he got reintroduced. Like he was kind of gone for quite a while, but then the whole like Howard situation came about, and he kind of came back and all this stuff. I really enjoyed how he got reintroduced there. Now we have Daniel Price, who's also in Breaking Bad, but only mentioned, which I actually didn't really know. I never really got that reference, but he was the owner of the fucking laser tag shit uh, that Saul wanted Walter to buy apparently. So I didn't really know that, but either way, he's still an S character. He was really funny. Like seriously, his inclusions were hilarious, and I wish we saw a little bit more of him. I don't know. Maybe we had just the right amount. I'm not sure, but anyway, his whole situation was very funny with Mike and stuff. Next up, we have the makeup person, and we're gonna just get the whole crew out there, right? We're gonna get the whole crew. Actually, I don't know if they put the sound guy in here. At least I don't see him right now. So they maybe just added only these two. And what they have the Salamanca twins individually, but also together. Like what the fuck in this? Or is gonna put them here as well? Then it's literally the same shit. Like why would you rank them like together but then also individually? Alright, that makes no sense. Either way, recipes to the sound guy because he didn't make the cut for some reason, but the whole crew goes in S, right? If the sound guy was here on this list, he would go in S as well. This crew was just hilarious. Like, there's some random kids that literally just were in college, I guess, and Saul just hired them to like shoot videos every now and then. Like, they were hilarious. And I think this makeup girl wasn't there in the beginning. Like, it was only the sound guy and this guy, which I don't know why the makeup girl got added, but I mean, either way, she was a good inclusion. I thought she was pretty funny. So yeah, shout out to these people. I really like that whole camera crew. And now we have this person, which I actually kind of forgot who that was until I looked it up. This was Chuck's doctor in the hospital. And of course, I'm gonna have to give her a good old S tier as well. You know, I really love all characters. Like all characters are just perfectly crafted, man. She was very sweet to Chuck in the hospital. She just wanted the best for him, right? But Chuck didn't really comply, obviously, which is kind of unfortunate for him because he ended up, kind of fatally passing away. And yeah, he could have gotten help, but he didn't really want to. I mean, that final scene, the final episode of Chuck was fucking disgusting. The way he tore his whole house apart, yikes! And it's all because of like the whole chain reaction of Jimmy like hiring like fucking insurance or some shit. I don't even know what he did something that they had to pay more money for, and it went crazy. But either way, shout out to this doctor here. She was very nice. This bitch, we're gonna put her in D as well. I don't like her at all. She's fucking annoying, right? Like, what the fuck? She's just annoying Jimmy the whole time, but she did actually do something nice. I'll put her above this guy, but because she did help him out in the sandpiper thing. Like, she came to him for like the whole situation. So shout out to her for that, I guess. But still, I don't like her. She is annoying. Yeah. Now we have Ernie. Easy S, bro. I wish he was included more. I mean, this guy's a legend. That whole situation with Chuck, how he was telling Kim about all this stuff. He's a very nice guy, and of course, post office. Was he like he was working the post department, right, or the mailbox? I don't even know what you call that shit, but he's a legend. So shout out to him. Now we have I don't even know her name. I forgot her fucking name, but we have the secretary of Jimmy, of course. I forgot her name. It's kind of sad, but she was, of course, I think she was pretty cool. I mean, she of course, first joined with like Wexler McGill, right? So I was really confused on, how that played out because, of course, we knew her from Breaking Bad, and I didn't really know like how she was going to get introduced or when. And then she became in Kim McGill, the Wexler McGill thing. She became the secretary of that, and I was really confused how this was going to pan out. So like, because eventually they split up, and the business was no more, and then she just later came back. For some reason she still wanted to work there. So the shout out to her, I guess, for the dedication. And she was still talking to Jimmy regularly on the fucking phone, even when in the Gene era. So shout out to her. And then now we have Gil. Of course, I love this guy in Breaking Bad, and he didn't have that much inclusions in Better Call Saul, but still, whenever he was there, it was still nice to see him. Always a happy motherfucker, and I wish he didn't die. Rest in peace, Gil. I did think he would have more inclusion though. Like I thought he was gonna cook. Like, I thought he was gonna be like the first cook. Like I guess in a way, the story kind of ends kind of abruptly, right? I mean, they kill Lalo, but it's still like a couple time. There's still time between that and Walter, right? Because we had a lot of experimenting, of course, with Gil. He did eventually like he was in the lab multiple times. We even saw that in Breaking Bad. So I don't know. I think he could have had more inclusion, but it is what it is. Now we have Hector, of course, Easy S. Very interesting story, seeing how he got put in that wheelchair, of course. I mean, in Breaking Bad, we had no clue how long he had been in there or how that even happened. But now we know it's all been this motherfucker who we didn't even know of before. So very cool stuff. Shout out to Hector, of course. I really do like how he, despite being in that goddamn wheelchair, still is like the most respected fucking guy out there. Like everyone doesn't, no one dares step to him, even if he's so fragile like that. But anyway, now we have this guy. I put him in S, right? This is pretty sure 99% sure this is the guy that Jimmy stole like that one like doll from in like from one of those stores that Jimmy was like trying to work at. Like he applied for a job and then like he got very mad for some reason that he got accepted and then they stole fucking thing there and the guy actually was fucking sleeping there. So he was like it was quick 5 minute in and out job, but then the guy fucking came to office and just fucking slept there and he ordered a pizza and shit. That was quite wild. But I do like it. This guy was not included very much, but I did like it when he did get included. Now this guy right here, I just realized we don't have Marion in here either, if I said that right. So this guy is, by the way, he's an A. I don't put him in S. I don't like him that much, but still a decent character. Yeah, I'll put Marion. I put Marion in S. Right, his mother. I put her in S. If she was in here, same with Irene, as I said. But I guess those two characters were accidentally left out. Um, so either way, continuing. I could talk about this guy a little bit. So yeah, I did think he was cool, but he was kind of unprofessional, right? I feel like he could have had a lot more potential. But I do appreciate him for not snitching on Saul. Like he could have easily just instantly, snitched on him, but he didn't. So I gotta appreciate him for that. And yeah, I guess that's it for that. Now we have Kai. I put him in C. I don't really care for this guy all that much. He was one of Werner's employees. Working on the goddamn what's it called? Wait, should I put my webcam here so you can see the full thing? I don't know. I guess we could try. He was working on the fucking whole, and he was kind of annoying. He was like the most annoying guy, and he even got kicked out of the strip club whenever they went out with that one time. Yeah, overall kind of an L. And now we have, I forgot his name. Jesus Christ, Kevin, right? I forgot his Kevin Wartail. I don't even know. Either way, he's an S2 character, of course. Mesa Verde owner. He, he was just legendary. The whole situation with the man who's not on it either, by the way. I forgot his name, but that one man that would not get out of his goddamn house. That guy's easy S, right? That guy's an easy S tier character. What a legend! And of course, that was such a funny situation with Kevin and that whole crew, and just Jimmy like going absolutely crazy in the end there, going against Kim. It was absolutely wild. So shout out to Kevin as well because he's so funny in that. He's just fucking dumb with all that bullshit. And overall, he was cool. All right, I did like him. Now we have fuck. What's his name? It's not Emilio. It's the other guy. Crazy 8. Crazy 8. Right? It's Crazy 8. I forgot his other name, but of course Easy S. I mean, come on, it's Crazy 8, man. Fuck. This we didn't really know him that much in Breaking Bad because he died in like this fucking third episode or something. But shout out to Crazy 8, of course. And I guess we can really see him. He's been in the business for a long time. And I wonder what the ties were between Jesse and him these days, right? Because this is obviously way earlier than Breaking Bad, so I don't know how involved Jesse was in that already. Because, of course, Emilio was one of his guys, and then I guess Jesse was like sort of like a collaborative friend of Emilio. Because in the end, we did see Jesse, stand at the Better Call Saul office together with Kim, actually. But that was like towards the end, right? So it was already like many years past, like probably like 4, maybe like I don't know how much, 3. But yeah, this was kind of interesting. Either way, I really wonder. Just half the time in the show, I was wondering like, damn, what are Walt and Jesse doing right now? Like that, their lives are gonna be so crazy in a few years, and they're so clueless right now. It's kind of insane. Either way, shout out to Crazy Eights. Now we have this guy, Easy S, alright, printer shop guy. This guy was so funny. He did not snitch on Jimmy, right? That was pretty cool. I did like that. That was he didn't have that much of a role. He was only there for like 2 episodes maybe, but he did play his part right. Now we have Lydia. I was not a big fan of her in Breaking Bad. We still put her in A though. She was still a pretty necessary character. She didn't show up that much in Better Call Saul, but it did give us more perspective on all the lore and stuff. So shout out to her. Easy S for Lyle here. Of course, this man is dedicated to Los Polos Hermanos, man. This man is the most dedicated employee of all time. If you ever see this man, down the street, you gotta ask him to work at your fucking, at your job, man. Because this man he will dedicate his whole life to it. Shout out to this man. Now we have, I don't even know his name, but we have Nacho's father. Of course, Easy S as well. Very sweet guy. He just wanted to have his son stay out of the violence. He just wanted to have nothing to do with it. And I respect that. Shout out to this man. I don't really know his name, but he was just seemed like a very genuine person, right? And he was just working at his goddamn shop. He was legit, and sadly his son got caught up in the wrong things. Now we have Marco, pretty sure his name was, which kind of looks like him, by the way. Like, I see similarities. But Marco, obviously easy as well. He was only there for like 1 or 2 episodes, not that many inclusions, but that one episode was a fucking banger, right? I'm pretty sure that was the last episode of season one or season one. It was season one. Fucking banger of an episode. Really got some nice backstory on Slip and Jimmy, as well as this man himself. And it's, rest in peace, of course. Sad, it's very sad that he died, but it is what it is. Now we have Mike. We got to throw him all the way up here, man. I don't know where I put him exactly. Like these stairs are kind of just loose. It doesn't really matter that much. Like I always say that when I do tier lists, but we'll throw him in there. A little higher than fucking Marco, of course. But yeah, Mike, of course, legendary character. We see his backstory. And apparently he fled. He had to flee because he killed 2 people that murdered his goddamn son. I mean, this man is carrying trauma on his back from being a corrupt officer. Shout out to Mike for all the stuff that he's done. And he yeah, he's been through a lot, man, and he still did a lot of great things. Anyways, now we have Mrs. Nguyen. I don't even know how you pronounce that actually. I would say Nagayan, but that's not really how you say it. I throw in S. Of course, she's the legend, man. She let Jimmy stay at that goddamn nail salon, and you know, uh, she just helped him out in the beginning, big time. And even later down the line, when Jimmy had his own offices and shit, he still went there sometimes for some reason. I don't even know why, but I guess maybe it was cozy. Maybe he wanted that lemon water or whatever it was. But yeah, I do appreciate her for letting Jimmy do all that. So this is the woman from the commercials. We're gonna throw her in as well. This is one of the old Sandpiper residents. And resident, is that a word? Residence? Is that what? I don't even know. A resident of Sandpiper, right? So a former one, because I'm pretty sure she died at some point. Either way, she was in one of the commercials that Jimmy made for the Sandpiper thing. That commercial was too funny, man. Shout out to her. Shout out to her. Now we have Paige. I gotta give her an S there as well. If you put Kevin in there, then she gotta be in her too. Especially because she, pulled Kim in, right? She was the one that negotiated the thing with Kim, and she was the one that convinced Kevin, I guess, to let Kim work for them. So shout out to her. Now we have Chuck's ex-wife. Throw in A. I wouldn't put her in S, just because I don't know. She got kind of mad at Jimmy at the end, at the last of their interactions. But yeah, I guess their whole relationship was kind of crazy, right? I mean, that whole scene with like a flashback with Chuck, where they're having dinner with like candles and stuff because the electricity was out, and Chuck made up excuses and stuff to make himself not seem crazy. And that was and she got on the phone then, and he fucking threw her phone away. That shit was wild, but yeah, I would put her at A though, not S. But shout out to her regardless. Now we have Rick Schweikart. I don't even know his name anymore. But either way, easy S tier, man. This guy is elegant. I like him. I shout out to my man Rick here. Pretty sure that's his name. And yeah, I mean he had some good. He had a nice business, I liked it from the start. Whenever he got to talking with Jimmy about the Sandpiper thing. And yeah, there's cool stuff overall. Shout out to this man. He even took Kim under his wing whenever she was trying to because she originally denied them. Like she was gonna work there, then she denied them, and then she came back and she still got accepted. So I gotta appreciate him for that. Either way, now we got Kim, of course. We're gonna throw her an S. And we got Jimmy too. We gotta throw him S as well. I mean, come on, bro. These 2 characters are literally the main characters of the goddamn show. We gotta put them in S. They're the very strange relationship. Although I do feel like they were meant to be. Sadly, it couldn't really work out. And yeah, I wonder if she ever visited him in jail after that one scene. Probably not. It's probably just closed fucking chapter there. But either way, shout out to Kim and Jimmy. Of course, they both did some crazy ass things. But yeah, it is what it is. Now we have this man right here. I put him in S, right? He's supposed to in one episode. We're gonna put him in S anyways. Now, actually, is Lalo even in here? Did this man that made this list really miss Lalo? What the fuck? Or is this supposed to be Lalo? I don't know who this is supposed to be. Actually, I think this image was added on accident. I'll show you guys in a second, but it's a really strange image. I don't know, but yeah, I guess he forgot Lalo somehow. What the fuck is wrong with this man? Yo, Ian Hartman, are you okay, man? Come on. Yeah, let's just finish it up and then get into that though. But either way, I thought this man was Lalo at first, right? Because I only saw the memes. I didn't really know. He kind of looks like Lalo. I mean, come on. Am I crazy or what? I thought this man was Lalo. Like I'm serious. I'm dead ass. So I was kind of confused for a second. I was like, oh yo, Lalo, let's fucking go. And then this man was not Lalo at all. But he was still very funny though. Like for that one scene he was in, absolutely phenomenal. Now we have uh, Mike's daughter-in-law, I guess. Yeah, we'll throw in A. Nothing crazy. Tuco, easy Esther. I mean, come on, man. This is Tuco we're talking about. Throw him in here. Put him right here. Come on. Yeah, Tuco, obviously a fucking legendary character. Crazy ass motherfucker. And we didn't actually see him that much. Just as in Breaking Bad. Like, he left a big impact, but he wasn't even there that much. Like, he only was there for like the first season and like a couple episodes, and then he's gone. The man vanished. He's probably he was in jail for a while, obviously. Ooh. Oh, never mind. I was about to say I wonder what happened to him after Breaking Bad, but if he's fucking dead. He got killed by Hank. I totally forgot. Man, how can a badass like this get killed by Hank? Come on, man. Either way, shout out to Tuco, rest in peace. But yeah, the whole situation with Mike was very wild, and of course the whole man. I thought season one, episode one feels so long ago. The whole situation with his grandma and those fucking two redheaded uh, skaters, like shit was crazy. Anyways, Tyrus S, Victor S as well. Come on, man, you guys are legends. The good old guards, I guess, the bodyguards of Gus and all that sort of stuff. The private investigators, I don't even know what they are, but they are good at their job and they are just cool people. Now, in Breaking Bad, we didn't really see Tyrus at all, I think, until Victor died. So I always thought that Tyrus was just a replacement, but they've been working together, for long before. So that was kind of strange as well. Either way, let's move on. We have the assistant of Kim. We'll throw in A. She was nice. I would put her in S, but she was still a good assistant. Not much else to say about her there. Then we have Werner Ziegler, of course, easy S. I mean, this guy's a very interesting character. And I saw one comment. He compared like Werner to like Walter, right? In Mike's eyes, at least. In Mike's eyes, whenever Mike had to kill Walter at one point, but then Walter, killed to kill instead. In his head probably was like the same situation as Werner, right? Either way, I did think Werner was a bit nicer than Walter, of course. I really wish he hadn't died. I wish he was just not an idiot. I mean, this guy really risked his life to fucking see his wife. Like he could have waited. God, now he's dead. Dumbass. Anyway, this is the truck driver that Mike caught. We'll throw him an A. I mean, I don't really care that much about him. He only was there in like one episode, so I really don't know. I think he's dead as well. I don't know if he's still alive or not. Either way, throw him in A. He was kind of an L driver. Of course, he got caught in Mike's traps, so it was kind of an L. Anyway, lastly but not least, we have Gene. Definitely not an A. We'll throw a man in S right there. I really like how this tier list included, Gene and Jimmy McGill as two separate entities. I appreciate that. But either way, Gene, of course, those scenes were very intense. We had them like in every like start of the season. We had like one per season, and then in the end, of course, we had like 3 full episodes or 4 even. A very interesting story and a very wild ending. Now, as I mentioned, I want to show you all something real quick about that fucking weird ass fucking shit. Look, this. I reverse image it, and this is what comes up. Like, what even is this? Renaissance costume. What are you talking about? How the fuck is that in Better Call Saul? Like, am I tripping or what? Like, who is this man? Either way, so yeah, Gene, legendary. Really wish that he just took that fucking 7 years. I mean, come on, man. He could have been a free man. All right. And I also want to say one more thing. I already said this in my review for Better Call Saul, but he aged so much. Like it's only like a fucking like between Breaking Bad ending and the Gene ending. There's only like I don't know, like maybe less than 2 years difference, and he looks like fucking 20 years older. I thought it was way more time. But very sad that he let his greed get to him, and eventually, that led to his arrest and even, being behind bars for the rest of his life, which is kind of sad. But he was respected in that jail, right? He was a legend in that jail, so I guess can't complain too much. But he's a criminal mastermind, man. He's a criminal mastermind. Shout out to Saul. Shout out to Gene. Shout out to Jimmy McGill. All of that. And yeah, to wrap it up, Lalo was not in here for some reason. I don't know how this motherfucker missed like the most important character in the fucking show, or top five. Uh, Lalo, of course, easy S as well. Irene is an S. Marion is an S. I probably said that wrong still, but all those three are an S as well. There's like three characters that I can name off the top of my head that are missing here, but yeah, Lalo, of course, very interesting story. Um, I uh, I thought he was very. I thought his introduction was very interesting too, because of course Hector got fucked, and then he had to come up north to handle business, and he's a menace. I mean, he's a fucking menace. But yeah, for Marion, I guess I don't like how she called the cops and Saul, man. Like, come on, okay, put some respect in this man's name. Yeah, she could have collaborated with him. She could have like joined that shit too. Get her man out of get her son out of prison. I mean, what the fuck happened to him? This man right here. Like, what happened to him? Like, seriously. I mean, he worked together with the most wanted criminal in the goddamn states. I don't think he's gonna get off lightly. Okay, so she kind of put his own goddamn son on the line too. I mean, just I don't know what that was all about. But either way, that's gonna be it for me. I guess in the Better Call Saul, Breaking Bad, El Camino universe. I don't think I'll ever make a video on it again, unless they drop a new series, of course. But yeah, this phenomenal show, phenomenal shows, and even the movie too. I really enjoyed. And man, I'm sad it's over, man. I'm sad it's over. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think. What do you agree with? What do you disagree with? And yeah, that's gonna be it for me today. Hopefully you enjoyed. And bravo, Vince.